many transistors are on your motherboard?
What? So if you had a 250 by 250 pixel wide grayscale image with 50 levels of gray, how much memory would that take to store?
3. Here's another one. Excuse me.
Yeah.
How many bits are in a byte? I don't know.
Hey Nell, what operating system do you have?
Verizon Wireless?
How many transistors does the average computer have?
Why are you asking me these questions?
So do you know what RAM is?
Yeah, they're real accessible modulators.
And let's try again. How much RAM is in an average computer?
607 kilobytes?
Nope. Wow, it's pretty clear to me that the average Choate student doesn't know a lot about computers. Let's fix that.
Hey guys, welcome to the Tech Lab. Computers are actually very simple. They're broken down into 2 parts, hardware and software.
So computers are made up of billions of switches like these. Switches store and send information in 2 forms, so they're either on or off, 0 or 1, or true or false. These switches store and send information within the CPU.
The CPU, or the central processing unit, is the heart of the computer, where all the user inputs are interpreted. The user inputs come in the form of the switches that Grant was talking about. This input is then executed, and all the relevant information is stored.
Just like the series of thick and thin lines on a library barcode, the sequence of on and off switches in a computer relays information.
The library scanner is like a CPU in a computer because it scans these barcodes and interprets them. It'll return the name of the book and the author.
Once the information has been read onto the scanner, you'll know if you have a book on UFOs or chivalry. Okay, so Andrea was talking about information when it was able to be accessed, such as when a student takes a book off the shelf and opens it. RAM, or random access memory, works a lot in the same way. RAM is the temporary state of information in a computer. So a computer will take a book off the shelf, put it on the table, open it up, and be able to access it in any order it wants. That's why it's random. But here's the catch. Tables only contain a small amount of space, and books take up a lot of space. So a computer will only take a few books off the shelf at a time, put them on the table, open them up, and be able to read through all of them. That's how random access memory works. Computers will be able to access a little bit of information at a time, and then they'll put them back and take more information from read-only memory.
No computer would be complete without peripheral devices, which are just any parts that aren't actually part of the computer processing unit, such as the mouse or the keyboard. The monitor is also a peripheral device.
To sum it all up, everything we've mentioned so far sits on the motherboard, the largest hardware component of the computer.
The CPU, which is the heart of the computer, the memory, which includes the ROM and the RAM, and then the switches, which record their on and off states.
Then, finally, buses are these parallel lines that transfer the information that's being stored and sent among all the different hardware components of the motherboard.
Computers can be incredibly complex machines. We only scratched the surface, but hopefully now you understand a little bit of the basics of how a computer works. Thanks for joining us, guys, and see you next time.